always shared this with each other before, but you know, when you see books now that are written by celebrities, I'm never really believing you, particularly if the celebrity is alive. Only because why would they risk everything by naming and shaming and framing people? Unless, of course, you're Prince Harry with his book Spare and you've been paid that much money. You have, well, the scruples are out the door, aren't they? They are pushing you, as we told you. It's very difficult. Of course, I always remember way back when Lana Turner, the Hollywood blonde bombshell, titled her book The Lady, the Legend, the Truth. And as a lot of people told me, including the likes of Mickey Rooney, there was no truth in that Lana story. You know, she just reconcocted her entire platform. Well, she was alive and it was her book and she was being paid. Hence, you know, that's the deal. Now, the bigger problem, of course, which you can imagine, is this, because the former royal known as Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, is literally eyeing up and down offers, shall we say, for her book. And this is where, for me, it gets really interesting, because when you think about it with Meghan, you know, she's going to have to entrust somebody to tell her story to. And we know how that story evolves permanently. You know, she had to sort of slave away and ate at the cheap salad bar, put herself through all the education, all allegedly tissues of lies, according to her former family, which she cut off. And as we told you before, publishers really only want the dirt. You know, whether Meghan wants to lecture us, as she often does in those tedious speeches, what people want to know is what she thought of Her Majesty the Queen, and more importantly, the rest of the British monarchy. Nobody's interested in her backstory. There was no backstory. She was an out-of-work, washed-up actress who got a part in a sort of fair to middling drama series. That's it. By the middle 30s, Hollywood's certainly not coming knocking, and she knew it. Hooked into a prince, that's the story that the publishers want. But of course, Meghan wants to do things her way. And as ever, let me explain. Hi, we'll have a wave. You're right. Yes. Now, as I say, when you think about Prince Harry, it was interesting, wasn't it? Because they paid him allegedly $1 million, his ghostwriter, you know. And then the ghostwriter came out and said, you know, Harry really wanted to use the book as just a tick scoring thing to everybody who'd crossed him. Well, you know, what did they think? Why would that be different? What's interesting now, though, is, and I can tell you this first and exclusive here on the show, Meghan doesn't want a ghostwriter. No, she wants to do it herself. Let's hope it's not all in calligraphy, though, you know what I'm saying? But on a serious note, this is the deal. You know, and I can understand that in a sense, because she's going to have to sit down with someone who's going to be recording this. And then that is literally down there. Now, she wouldn't care whether it's the truth or not. Clearly, by looking at past endeavours, she lied openly on the Oprah Winfrey thing. She lied about the secret wedding. She lied about helping with the other book. You get the picture. But now for the publishers, they won't really care either, because her back record speaks for itself. So legally, as long as, you know, it's not too sort of deframing, then they won't be too bothered about what she says. But according to that well-placed source, Meghan wants this book to be from the heart, and she's been writing it down for a long time. And let's not forget also, Meghan very famously said, did she not, to the Cut magazine in New York, she never signed an NDA, so she could say basically what she wants, which means, quite frankly, she could make up what she wants. The bigger problem for the publishers, which are circling with the offers, is who will believe her, but will anybody care? And will it be one of those sort of supermarket books that you know, buy and maybe have to buy at full price, and in a couple of months you'll find it in your local charity shop or bookshop swap or something like that? Either way, this is set to make Meghan rich, but as ever, on her own terms. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.